Hey everybody,
Hi.
it's Brad.
And I'm Krista.
With a Big Family Homestead, and we are coming to you a little earlier than normal.
Yes.
We've been coming around 11, maybe 12 to do a live cooking video, but today...
Well, that's too late, because...
Then you can't cook it.
You can't cook it, and then by the time we're done, it's past lunchtime, and
Besides...
we're very hungry.
Well, yeah, but besides, what I was going to say is, it's kind of our job to make you get hungry.
Exactly. So you got to start mid-morning so that you're ready for lunch here in about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, and today's menu is beef stroganoff, and it is a fast beef stroganoff. It only takes about 10 minutes.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll take longer just because we're going to yak and talk and share.
Right.
But a 10-minute beef stroganoff. And you guys know that we love our Thrive Life ingredients, but you can make equivalents in store-bought ingredients. So if you're like, Brad, I don't have the Thrive Life beef pieces, that's okay. Just get your own, but just do an equivalent.
And it won't be 10 minutes. That's why I love this, because it goes so fast, and for a last-second meal, it's there, it's done.
It's fabulous.
It's fabulous.
Jazz hands.
When you make beef stroganoff, normally it takes at least an hour, because that beef has got to get nice and tender, and you can't just do that super fast.
More than that, do I want talk chat?
No, you want live chat.
Live chat?
Live chat.
There we go.
And then this one.
There we go.
Live
Look
chat.
at that. He can be taught. Well, good morning / afternoon wherever you are to Ellen, Heather, Renee, 723, Angie's Pantry, Catherine, Gypsy Woman, Life in the UP.
Yeah.
What's up? Claudia, Sandra, and everybody else. We're glad you're here.
Good morning.
And if you were really here, then we would be making you lunch.
Right.
So what are we going to start with, Mama?
Well, I've already got the water boiling, because on this stove it takes eons to boil water.
Yeah.
So I started that probably 20 minutes ago. I think it's boiling now.
Well, hold on. Maybe you should tell them the ingredients.
Okay. So the ingredients are as follows. Egg noodles. We have beef slices, or you can use a chuck roast. You can use whatever kind of beef you want. We're using the Thrive Life beef slices. We're using the onion slices. Yes.
Tell them how much.
How much what?
Of each ingredient.
Okay, so I'm using the equivalent to 2 pounds of beef, which is 4 cups of the beef slices. I'm using, okay, I didn't measure the onions. I took 2 big humongous handfuls.
It's supposed to be the equivalent to 1 large onion.
Exactly. And these onions are so yummy. Right out of the can. So he thought I was weird doing that earlier.
Oh, I just brushed my teeth, and you don't really want the peppermint / onion thing going on.
So good.
It makes a funky aroma that won't leave you for a while.
Oh, shh.
It's true.
Okay. I've got a ½ cup of grapeseed oil, 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a couple of tablespoons of the Montreal steak seasoning, a cup of the sour cream, and then I'm going to have make 4 cups of broth. So,
a needle pulling thread. Ray, a guy who's friends with Steve, right?
Sure.
That will bring us back to beef. No?
All right, so I've got our water boiling. I'm going to go ahead and throw the noodles in there, because they'll take about 10 minutes, and this all should be done about the same time.
TJ, how big are the beef slices? I would love to answer this question for you, and I'm going to bring one to show you, because this is one of the reasons why we love the Thrive Life stuff, because it's not just a tiny little speck of something where you're just going to make mashed goo. These are all a good 1.5-ish, and then if you can see the thickness, this is really great. And what's even more great than the taste, because the taste is amazing, is that you get the right texture of the meat. And so they're big pieces.
Pull it apart in front of the camera.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. See if we can do that. Let's see. It's actually got the right texture. Yep. And so that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So
I went ahead, and about 10 minutes before we started live, I poured some boiling water on top of the beef slices, because that boiling water just really helps to rehydrate those beef slices all the way through. So I didn't measure the water. I usually never do.
Because will strain off the excess water for when you have to put the water into the recipe.
Exactly.
So you're not losing any of the flavor.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So I take this water that I have left and I will pour it into this measuring cup to make the broth. Ooh, that's warm.
Uh-oh, I need you hold that thought, Mama, because
Okay.
I'm seeing something important here in our
Okay.
chat. And that is TJ Miller says, nice reason why I asked is I make street tacos.
Ooh,
Okay,
yummy.
here's the deal, kids. When we lived in Florida, they had taco trucks all over the place. And I have not had street tacos in 15 years that were good.
Right.
So if you've got a good recipe, you better not be stingy. You better share.
You gotta share.
You better share.
Gotta share. All right, so now I've got some more water I'm gonna add to this. And I need 4 cups of water to make this, ouch, that's hot.
It is boiling.
No, I should have had the lid on. Ooh. Okay, and then the recommendation is for 1 teaspoon per cup. I like a little bit more beef flavor, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. So it's 1 tablespoon for 2 cups.
Hey, Mike. I was waiting. I didn't want to cut you off there, baby.
Okay.
So we got some folks hanging out here. We're doing good here. Hello from Northwest Washington State. Hey, good morning, Tammy. And Ellen Bloomfield. This is an interesting use for the Thrive Life stuff.
Yeah.
I bet my dogs would love the beef. I use freeze-dried meats for training.
Yes, yeah, she told me about that before.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because she wanted to know how big the beef dices were, and I didn't. We'd never had them, so I didn't
They're
know.
big pieces,
Well,
guys.
this is beef slices. The beef dices are smaller.
Yeah, that might be better
That would be better
for that
the
application.
training. I would imagine the beef dices are probably this big. Wouldn't you imagine?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, good morning, Royal Yada. They're from California. California.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and season this beef just a little bit here.
Thank you, Jacob. Jacob is wishing us to get 1 million views.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Now, a quantity on that, you just kind of eyeball it?
I eyeball it per the meat. It's about 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, I'd say if you're a recipe follower that you gotta have the exact thing, that's probably 2.
Yeah, I apologize. I really never measure. So, okay, so our pan is already hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some oil in here. Our recipe says 1/2 cup of oil, but that's if you're using store-bought beef and you are, okay.
Cutting it into pieces.
Cutting it into pieces, and what I normally do is I sear the meat because it's raw, so I will dust it with flour and the seasoning. But since this meat is already cooked, I'm not going to need to do that, so I won't need as much oil as the recipe.
And by the way, one more note on the beef is that I don't see any fat on here.
No.
I mean, these pieces, you can't find fat. So you have to actually take that into consideration when you're cooking, because if you need a fat for what you're making, it's not coming from the beef.
Right.
You'll have to put it in as butter or something else.
Right.
Also, what was I going to say? I saw somebody over here. Star M. Curry, Shalom, Big Family Homestead. Shalom, right back to you. And 2 sparrows. That's a great idea of using it for the dog treats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christy Dennis, do all good cooks never measure?
Probably.
I
know.
I don't.
I know Mom never did, and I've got this
Ooh, that's
really
hot,
hot.
baby.
I know. I turned it on too early. I'm gonna throw the onions in, and it's gonna burn them. So.
Gotta let it cool down.
Yeah, I gotta let this cool off a little bit.
Hot stuff with hot stuff.
Ha ha ha.
Yes. So hello everyone, Mommy Saurus. Hello back to you.
Hello.
I wanted to ask you guys a question. Now, you've said in the past you've had a hard time hearing us, and what we've done is we went and got a new microphone that plugs directly into the iPhone.
Yeah.
And it, by our perception, it seems louder.
Yeah.
Does it seem better for you guys?
Yeah. What do you guys say? Is it louder? And I'm not talking any louder than I normally would.
Jokev says it's fine for me.
Okay.
Hi, Mommy, says Star.
She's talking about
It's
herself.
much better, says Patricia.
Oh, hallelujah. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Ellen, baking, it's important to measure. I do when I'm making bread, kind of.
Well,
I have the right ratios of how I want to make this. So.
I am so glad you guys are hearing this better, because I'll tell you the truth. We bought a microphone from Guitar Center, and it was $180 just for that.
Yeah.
So we did that just for you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you like it.
All right, so I'm throwing the onions in here just to get them sauteed a little bit. That's still really hot.
I kind of feel like we're gonna have a fire here soon.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Oh, that smells yummy.
It does smell delicious.
And you could use butter if you want. I like the oil on this particular recipe. And I use the grapeseed oil so it doesn't make, it's got a high heat temperature, so it's not, a high smoke point.
So here's what the beef looks like before it's gonna go in. She's got the beef dices and then the seasoning. And even right now it smells delicious.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and carefully, now with the Thrive beef slices, if you overwork it, it will become mush. So I won't be doing that a lot.
You have to be super careful.
Super careful with them because they come apart really easily, which is really nice.
Because it's tender.
It is tender.
Now people are saying too loud. You're gonna have to turn it down. We can't.
I can't change that. Sorry. So we're just gonna saute this meat just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I think when the onions went in there,
I
started.
Awesome.
This did something loud, and then I got louder. So
Well, and now you might want to adjust your
I'm gonna
temp.
adjust. Yeah.
Hey, from Sacramento. Hi, Anna. How are you? Sound is okay. Good. Okay, good.
All right, good. So I'm gonna saute this just a little bit.
Okay, Patricia says, I'm thinking about buying freeze-dried peppers and onions for beefsteak sandwiches. Yes.
They're so good.
I never seem to have peppers and onions when we need the hankering. Yeah, and they can just sit on your shelf. I mean, once you open them, they're good still for a whole year.
Yeah. And these onion slices are great for that.
Hi, Katie. She made it.
Oh,
We
awesome.
were waiting for you, and we didn't know that you were gonna, be late, so we tried to stall the show.
Right, we really did, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another problem with, this is not a problem. This is really not a problem, but this is something else. With these beef slices, there's no fat in them, okay? So I actually have to add fat to this to make a gravy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add a bit more oil.
McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. I must be invisible. If you're referring to me not being able to see every comment, that's because I can't see every comment.
No.
So hopefully it was not something that was important, because we would love to be able to answer every comment.
All right.
Lisa Park, you don't do that. No.
Don't do what?
No, you don't get to see the comment.
Did she finish it?
No, not that. It has to do with this today. You gotta crank that up now. That's funny.
I did.
It says, she says, got mushrooms to put in there, Krista? No. No.
I would love to put mushrooms in this, but he won't let me.
No.
These onions, I'm not kidding, these onions are so good.
Okay. Oak Hill Farm says, what is the conversion for freeze-dried compared to fresh for the meat? The recipe calls for 2 pounds of meat, and what that meant to us was 4 cups of the Thrive Life beef.
Right, a half a cup when it's rehydrated equals a half a pound of meat.
I think that people are going to start revolting on the mushrooms thing, but I'm there are not many hills you have to die on to save an argument for your sake of your relationship. No mushrooms today. I take them most of the time.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So,
all right.
How's the boiling going over there?
It's probably done.
All right. Well, okay. So you're gonna get the.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get these noodles strained.
Yep. Oh, they're already done?
They're done.
Okay.
And noodles go faster.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't
Ever
forget,
anticipated.
If you guys start mentioning mushroom things, we can block the comment. That's not a
Oh,
problem.
stop. It's not that big of a deal.
No, I'm being a big baby is what it
Yes,
is.
you are.
So, Lisa Park, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. My poor old broken heart, my wife is forcing me to eat the mushrooms, people. Fungus is not meant to be consumed by natural folk.
Oh my word. Drama queen.
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of it.
Danny says, a happy wife equals a happy wife. Mushrooms in all caps. Okay.
Alrighty, so I added a little bit more oil. It's hot now, and like you can see, I'm not overworking this meat because I want the big
stay
chunks.
together.
Yeah. So I'm going to take some flour and sprinkle it on top here. Not a lot. If you add a half a cup of fat, you add a half a cup of flour, and that helps you to make a nice gravy. You can come in.
Are you roux-ing right now?
Yes, I am making a roux.
Do you roux the day that you had to put mushrooms on a different recipe? Jonathan is right there. Come here,
Hi,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
If you're gonna walk in, man. What's up?
Oh,
What do you need to do?
Hello.
I got a call back from Tim. He said I could just go over there.
So
Okay.
okay, that's cool. All right, keep your phone on.
Yes.
Love you, brother. Love you, son. Have fun
Okay.
storming the castle.
All right, so now a lot of you may or may not know. When you add flour to make a gravy, to make a roux, you need to cook it for a little bit. Otherwise, you've got a floury tasting gravy, and that's gross. So I'm going to cook this for a couple of minutes, stirring the beef carefully.
Gently.
All right. So that way that the flour absorbs that the fat that's in there, and that will help to thicken our gravy.
Okay, we've got mushroom gate going on here. We've got people that are like, Brad, suck it up. And the other people are saying it's good for you. You got this and that. Two Sparrows Homestead says, I feel your pain, Christa. My hubby doesn't like mushrooms either. And the truth is I'll eat them from time to time, but
Not all
it's
the
certain recipes that
Right.
I'm just like, don't put mushrooms in ice cream. Why would you do that? She's got
ice
her
cream.
No, it's your favorite. The vinegar, liver, mushroom ice cream. Who doesn't like liver ice cream?
Alrighty then.
I dodge the mushrooms like poison darts, it says Mike DeFazio.
That's Hope. Hope absolutely detests mushrooms.
Well, yeah, she'll be like, what's in that recipe? Because she can't really see them sometimes.
No, because I cut them up.
And it'll be like, well, why do you want to know?
I'm not telling.
Then you tell me if you like this recipe, and then we'll tell you what's in it.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this is the flour has been cooking for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add our beef stock.
Okay. Premium Mom to Twins, that is my attitude as well. I tell my hubby to pick them out. Everyone else in the family likes them. If I'm the odd man out, I'll pick them out, or most of the time I'll just eat them.
Right. Okay, now I've added the beef stock. There's all kinds of yummy bits stuck to the bottom. We want that. So I'm going to go ahead and take the wooden spoon and carefully scrape off the bottom, because that helps to make the gravy just, yummy.
Katie says, I would love for y'all to do a couples Bible study. We used to do a daily Bible study before we moved to Wisconsin, and the internet here is so dang bad. We're using our phone to do this, guys.
Right.
I got a light set up over here and the phone, and that's the only way we can do it, by turning the phone into a personal hotspot.
Yeah.
But we used to do a Bible study daily, Monday through Friday anyway.
Right.
And it was great, but that was because we had access to the internet. But now, since we're on phones, we'd have to probably have 2 or 3 more devices with the maxed out amount of data just to make that happen, and that would be another $500.
Yeah, we can't do that. Sorry.
Love to, maybe someday.
Right. Okay, so now we're just going to let this simmer for a few minutes and let this gravy thicken up some. And you know what? If you didn't want to make beef stroganoff, this could be a beef tips over noodles.
Yes, or rice.
Or rice. and you would just let this thicken and you'd be done. However, I have a couple of secret ingredients, and they're really not secret. I enjoy adding the Dijon mustard to it. It just adds a really yummy flavor to it. And then traditionally, beef stroganoff has sour cream in it, but you don't add this until the very end.
Mule Rider 43, how do I get your cookbook? There's a link in the description below, and
actually, I think Claire just put up the link.
She did
in the chat box.
Raquel Martinez, I want your cookbook so bad eventually. Well, I'll tell you what. If you can name the movie that I'm going to quote, you might be a winner today. The movie quote will be. Oh, that one's too easy.
Yeah, it's gotta be a hard one.
Hard?
Yeah.
Really hard?
No, not really hard.
Okay, how about does anybody have a peanut? I'll repeat that badly in my accent. Does anybody have a peanut? If you can answer that, Raquel, you may be the winner of a brand new cookbook. A brand new car! No, cookbook.
No, brand new car's here.
Danny got it, but you guys, you gotta give her a chance to answer.
But, okay, well, you didn't say it was just her.
That's true. Well, okay. Here's the thing. What we're gonna do, guys. I was trying to give her the cookbook is what I was trying to do.
Right.
So, Raquel didn't even answer, even after she got the answer. You just ha. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to give a cookbook away today.
Okay.
I gotta think of how to do it though.
Oh.
No, it is not from Rambo, Mommy
It
Saurus.
smells so good. I need a spoon.
Yeah.
I got a taste. Got a taste.
Oh
He
yeah.
always yells at me because he says, well, did you taste it?
Yeah.
Well, I know what I put in it, so it should taste right. Shh.
Don't. Silence.
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 I hear you.
Yeah.
I love Ahmed.
Well, where's Shar? There's a link down below. I'm trying to figure out a way to.
Oh my.
Trying to figure out a good
You
giveaway.
want to taste?
I do.
With your mint?
I got a mint in.
It's going to taste awesome.
Oh, it actually tastes really good.
And I haven't even added the Dijon yet to it.
Yeah,
All
I've
right.
got allergies like crazy, and if I don't like have a mint or something, I just start these coughing fits that they're terrifying for everyone around me.
Okay, again, with my non-measuring.
About 2 tablespoons.
3, actually. 3 tablespoons, so this is what I do.
Do another movie or trivia, Brad.
Squirt. Oh, come on.
Where are the kids? They need to be giggling right about now.
Oh, I know.
You press the thingy and they go,
Oh, like that.
just like that.
Okay. Seriously, come on. There.
Okay.
So 3 big squirts, and then that's about 3 tablespoons.
Should we do a hard movie quote or medium or easy? Don't say easy. Medium or hard?
Well, you're giving away a cookbook. It should be hard.
Okay, yeah, giggle, giggle. Claire says hard. Okay, I have a movie quote that I bet you most of the people in this audience probably won't know.
Can I guess?
No.
Well, maybe. I don't think
She's
you've
already
seen
got
it.
the cookbook.
No, it's not that. It's the quote. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay. Ready? Whoever gets this first is going to win a brand new shiny cookbook. All right? But this one goes to 11.
I bet you Mike DeFazio.
So I knew Mike would probably get it, but I don't think he's around.
That's
So-
right. No cheating.
But this one goes to 11.
She's
Anybody?
using my computer. It's like,
Mike got it.
I told you Mike was gonna get it.
Yeah. Joe
Alright,
Kev,
Mike.
I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give away the first 3.
Yeah.
Mike, Joe Kev 1,
And Danny.
You need to email me.
Well, you have Mike's email.
Well, email me at info.bigfamilyhomestead.
So we don't forget.
Yeah. And then I'll send you a link back.
Yeah.
So that you can, so you 3 guys or girls, I don't know. But email me info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com.
Okay. So, lunch is ready. I just have to add the sour cream.
Oh my gosh.
But I want to show you what it looks like. Look at that.
What I think, don't you usually thicken it up a little bit more?
No.
No?
No. This is how it goes.
Okay. Do you want me to put some in a bowl so I can show them?
Yeah, I just have to add the sour cream.
Oh, sorry.
I said it. It's
She's
almost
only
done.
said it
I
a
just
billion
have
times.
to add sour cream.
Hello, Megamax Samel from Oktoberfest. Where? Oktoberfest?
It's not October. You're fine. You don't have to move. All right, so I'm going to add the sour cream in. And this will help thicken it a little bit too.
It will.
Yeah.
Brad, you can give mine to Rachel. That is very kind.
Aww.
And because you did that,
We'll send
you're
it to you.
going to get one too. Absolutely. So Rachel, please email me info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com and you'll both get a cookbook. That was very kind. Thank you.
Who's that?
Oh, that was from Joke of One.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Yes, Raquel Martinez. Yes, you.
My aunt's name was Raquel,
Oh yeah.
but not Martinez.
Okay. Now Tammy says, Princess Bride, you must be coming to the party late.
Yeah.
It's a delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now see how yummy.
Oh,
that
now
is.
that's right. See, that did it.
It's- Okay, Brad's the kind of cook that comes into the kitchen when I'm not looking and adds seasoning to the pot.
Makes it better.
Whatever. It's still annoying.
Every time, baby.
Still annoying.
I wait till she's not looking, and then I put the seasoning in that's supposed to be there, and she's like, "This is
He
delicious."
adds tons more salt. I try to make it healthy for us, and he adds.
It's so funny
add
because you'll be
salt
like,
to
"This
your
is great.
own plate.
This is great," and then she doesn't know that I totally tweaked it.
All right, you see this? Kids do this. This drives me crazy. They
Kids do
cram.
what?
They cram the dishes in there. They don't put them right.
Nice. While Mama's getting that stuff and banging things around, if you guys, we have a deal going for Thrive Life this month, and if you would tell them about the deal.
We have 2 deals going.
Mm-hmm.
Our deals are
I'll
the
get that.
first one. We need noodles
I know.
first. Okay. The first one is if you purchase the $265 Business Builder Kit and become a consultant and get your deliveries set up in the month of August, then we will go ahead and send you a ground beef chef pack, which equals to be about $118
For free.
for free. And that's the one deal, okay? The other deal is if you purchase as a one-time order, not on your home deliveries or anything like that, but as a one-time order of $150 or more, we will send you the cookbook. It's a digital download, but we will send you the cookbook.
I was just looking at a comment.
Oh.
Danny says, sneak some mushroom ketchup to it.
I think I might put mushrooms in mine on the side.
And that, you know what? That is one cool thing about Thrive Life. You could just throw them in there. There's plenty of liquid in there. I'm gonna put this one together. You can get a new one.
Yep.
She'll get a new one. But then I'll bring it over for you guys to see this because it is delightful, delicious, and all around awesome. She can't. She's in the pantry over there. Here, I'm gonna show you what we got. See that? Nice big pieces of beef, big slices of onion, and there's the juice, the sauce down in there is ridiculously amazing. She's tearing the place apart to get mushrooms.
They got shoved to the back of the cabinet. I couldn't find the mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Like this story, right?
Let's see. Joanne Smith. Hey y'all, from Greenville, South Carolina. Hey y'all, right back. And I don't have to wait.
No, you don't.
I can take a bite here.
So what I'm gonna do, see these? Look at here.
Oh, that is good.
Big, humongo pieces of mushrooms.
That
Okay?
is really good.
And I'm
even
gonna take these
You
and I'm gonna put a big old hunk and handful on my noodles,
that is really good.
just like that.
And then there's enough liquid there.
There's enough liquid here because mushrooms actually take very little liquid to rehydrate.
I think I'm on the losing side of the mushroom battle. I think a lot of
Probably.
people like mushrooms more than me.
Probably.
Heather Owen, yes, no waste. Mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you scoop out what you want, put it back in the pantry.
Yep. There, done.
Yep.
I'm just gonna give this a mix. And my mushrooms are hydrated, and I've got yummy mushrooms in there.
Go show, baby, show.
I'm gonna.
Well, you gotta get one on the top though, so they can see it.
I know.
No one in my house likes mushrooms.
See?
Sorry, Catherine.
Rehydrated.
Sorry about
Done.
that.
I'm gonna eat that mushroom. And
Kevin?
it takes seconds for it to rehydrate.
Kevin says, wonder who shoved the mushrooms to the back. Not this guy.
No, it was either him or Hope.
Well, in all honesty, there are a couple Thrive products that I'm not exactly excited about. Mushrooms, I can take the mushrooms. Asparagus, she
you've
loves
had
asparagus.
It, though. You've had it and you liked it.
But that's just, I don't like asparagus. It doesn't have anything to do with it being a bad product. It's just me.
This is so good.
Yeah. The
Sorry,
texture.
Claire, you don't get any.
Agreed, Mike. It's the texture. I'm trying to backtrack.
You know what? On fresh mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and then you cook them down, they do kind of have a funky texture. But these don't do that.
Yeah.
And what I like to do is I usually like to cut them into small, like half-inch pieces. So you're really not chewing a whole big humongous mushroom. So.
I'm getting maligned here. Let's see.
Oh, you've
Mule Rider.
gone from mushrooms to asparagus. You've hit the
now I'm gonna offend everybody.
Yeah, you are.
Mule Rider 43 says asparagus is awesome. You're a crazy person. Lol.
Crazy person.
Yeah, lol.
It's LOL, not
I
lol.
know.
I don't like that.
What was the other one we don't like? Hashtag. It's
Hashtag.
pound sign.
It's a pound sign.
It's pound sign.
No hashtag,
So
nothing.
I'll tell you what, guys. For you guys who won the cookbook, don't forget to email us. And don't forget the deals with the Thrive stuff because that's this month. We may not be able to keep it going depending on our situation. Well, we'll see.
Right.
Mommy Sora says, I have to say goodbye to you guys.
Bye, Mommy Saurus.
Oh,
See
yeah.
you later.
All right, have a good day. Hi, everyone. Danielle's Duckhead Homestead. Thank you. You bought the cookbook. Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome.
So, I think, guys, that's it. I mean, honestly, if we weren't talking, this would be a 10-minute recipe.
It took no time at all.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it took me just as long or longer to explain what I was doing than it actually took me to do it.
And what was made is enough to feed at least 6 people.
Yeah, 6 to 8 people, depending on the person's size. We have small kids, and they don't eat as much. And our big kids, they really don't eat. Jonathan eats a ton. But.
Our daughter Hope, she's a beanpole. She's a straight up tall, skinny girl, and she eats more than me and Jonathan combined.
No, she doesn't eat more than you combined. She eats more than you.
Yeah.
She eats almost as much as Jonathan.
Can we see one more close up of the final product? I must have missed it.
Yep. Here.
Well, I could go over there. It's a big
It's
deal.
okay. I can take it.
Oh, careful, Mama.
Yep.
Then you put that on the noodles
Yep.
or the rice or whatever.
Yep. Big chunky, big pieces of. I was actually glad that they didn't break apart.
So that is it for the day, guys.
Yep.
We're gonna have lunch. Hope to see you next time around. I think Tuesday's working out.
I think Tuesday's a good day for a Thrive or
Yeah,
a cooking
or just
thing.
cooking.
Yeah.
We were gonna bake, but there's one little problem with that.
Our ovens.
The oven broke.
Yeah, the igniter in the bottom of the oven is broken, so we've got to get that replaced.
Danielle's
Igniter,
asking,
not
how
the
much
oven.
would a family of two need to buy of Thrive? Well, that depends, Danielle. It depends on if you're going to try to use it daily, or if you're going to use it as like storage. The what if
Right.
scenarios of life.
Right.
Something bad happens. But a family of 2, you can eat very well on Thrive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But if I may recommend, on some items, I would buy the pantry cans. It saves you some money because you can actually buy more inventory. And then as you find, like for onions, Well, for us, we buy the big cans, but for onions, I would always buy big cans, even if it was just me and Brad, because we can go through a can of onions in a month.
Oh yeah. But we use onions in a lot of the recipes that we make.
Yeah, we use onions in most all of our recipes.
Ice cream,
No,
vinegar and liver.
stop.
What? Who doesn't like vinegar ice cream? I don't even know if you could make vinegar ice cream. It would mess up with the milk.
Yeah, it would. It would.
It'd be buttermilk ice
It
cream.
would be. Oh, gross.
Buttermilk ice
You'd be
cream.
making cheese ice cream. Oh, brother.
So I think that's it today, guys. We got some videos coming out real soon that you're gonna like. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, I know.
It's Wednesday.
I know what we're doing. We
Yeah.
got something good. So that's it.
Yep.
Lunchtime. You guys have an amazing day.
Bye.
I'm gonna go turn it off. So now you're supposed to dance, Mama.
Nope.
Dance,
I'm gonna
Mama.
take another bite because it is yummy.
It is yummy. Okay.